Hello everyone and welcome to the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series Talladega 250 from Talladega Super Speedway, and the second race of the Truck Series, round of 8 here. Chandler Smith and Zane Smith on the front row, the Smith boys, and then behind them John Nemechek, Christian Eckes, then Hocevar, Enfinger, Friesen, Majeski, Rhodes, and Paris, the top 10, as we are now green and underway here in Talladega. Who can win and advance themselves into the championship 4, or will we have an upset winner who's outside the playoffs? Because this track is chaos. We could have big pile-ups frequently and quickly here, so we will see what transpires as we carry on going through the corner. There they go, they're crashing right. Hocevar upside down. We got cars flipping in the background. Hocevar's up and over in the big one, strikes on lap 1, turn 1 at Talladega. Oh my goodness, the 42 machine of Carson Hocevar gets turned in front of the field. What happens is Grant Enfinger, who just locked himself in the championship for his win at Bristol, dumps Christian Eckes, playoff driver, sends Hocevar upside down into the Ankrum. Kraus, big damage. Lane Riggs in it. Crafton collected. Big playoff implications for Matt Crafton. Ray Ohm is involved. Purdy, Tanner Gray. Most of the back, mid-pack, the back half of the field is demolished. You see absolutely nowhere. And Enfinger and Friesen stay right there. Hocevar up in the air on top of Tyler Ankrum, and nowhere for the whole back half of the field. They were just piling into each other, getting collected, and being KO'd from the race. So here we are, lap 1 of the race. We already have a huge crash triggered by the 42 of Carson Hocevar getting turned, going airborne upside down on top of the 16 and into the outside wall. As you see, the 42, we're turning the screenshot of the thumbnail. You see Hocevar up in the air and gets hit by Ryan Preece, and up and over on the 16 as you see Kligerman there going by on the bottom. A lot of drivers get very lucky going through in the bottom, but it was all restarted by Grant Enfinger. Too much contact, and of course it ends up with Hocevar being upside down. And everyone else behind him just spins, nothing they can do, just getting collected. Big hits all around, and the rest of the field looks pretty okay. Look, they'll be able to carry on racing. We got some trucks going on the apron just trying to survive, but of course big implications for the 88 of Matt Crafton, who was collected. As you just see, look at the way Hocevar went up and over. He was didn't even touch the apron, and this truck just took liftoff. And look at the height up in the air on Hocevar as he's right next to Ryan Preece, and up and over. And then there's the carnage unleashing behind him. Big hits for the 33, the 43, and the 62 in the back there. That is tough, as now we carry on to the rest of the field. It's still the Smith boys and Nemechek 1, 2, 3, as the pack has been completely separated by the big one V1 here in Talladega. As we got Ryan Preece going through the grass in the back. He seems to be okay, just, you know, going through the grass. As they race back to the line, looks like it's going to be Zane Smith leading the field back to the line to be your leader under yellow as we head to the restart. On lap number 6, it's the 66 of Majeski P1, Enfinger second, then Zane Smith back in the 3rd position. So Majeski, of course, just so close to winning Bristol a couple of weeks ago. Enfinger, the one behind him, was the one who made the pass with 2 to go and denied Majeski a championship 4 position and got Enfinger into that championship 4 with that victory. But now here comes Zane Smith and Matt DiBenedetto on the inside lane, making a run Enfinger and trying to get up the time of Majeski. As Kligerman, the big shove to the 18 of Chandler Smith. Enfinger Nemechek dropping way back on the top line, losing track position here, as this has been incredible battling throughout the field. Now they're 3 wide for the lead. Chandler Smith, Zane Smith, Ty Majeski. And as they race back here to the line, Zane Smith will lead this lap, but Majeski, Chandler Smith continue to battle. Then we got Haley Deegan and Christian Eckes going all the way down to the apron, 4-5 wide. And but a contact, Dean Thompson. Oh my goodness, they saved it. What a save by Dean Thompson and Haley Deegan. That could have been the end of them and everyone behind him, but they keep it together. Now I see Corey Heim back there working, trying to get some positions. Now here comes the 9 of Blaine Perkins, trying to go 3 wide for second on Chandler Smith and Parker Kligerman. He's still hanging in tough in 4th as Zane Smith continues to block, leading the way here at Talladega, trying to clinch his spot in the championship 4. As there goes Chandler Smith back to the bottom line again. going for the race as they go 4 wide for third. Oh boy, this could be a wreck. Nemechek, Heim, Perkins, Kligerman, everyone holds on to it and they keep it together. Now back down through, and now whoever that is back there, I think Matt Benedetto was all the way on the apron, and he's gonna lose some spots by just going Wakers. I mean, that would have been illegal anyway, passing below the double yellow line. And so he drops behind Christian Eckes, almost wrecks it. Still the Smith boys battling for the lead. Here comes the 91 of Colby Howard, having a great run, trying to make a move on Nemechek and Heim. He's got a shove from Ty Majeski. As we continue to have intense battles between playoff drivers and non-playoff drivers, trying to advance to the championship 4 and just trying to win this race at Talladega. But the stages of this race, we did on lap 30, lap 66, and of course the race ends on lap 104. So 30, 36, and about 38 for the stages. And oh, now Majeski going all the way to the apron. They're trying to make a move below that double yellow line. They're still 3 wide. The Smith boys getting shoved by Nemechek and Colby Howard side by side for the lead. Now Chandler Smith prevails down the back stretch with a big shove from Colby Howard in the 91 machine. The pack seeming to hold form and being able to keep it together. They continue to be side by side. Nemechek, Howard, Majeski. Oh, Jack Wood going 4, 5 wide back there. Well, it does go. Oh, and they're wrecking. There goes Chandler Smith in the big one again. Playoff trucks are in it. Chandler Smith, Eckes. And oh no, here comes the rest of the pack. Oh, upside down. Chandler Smith, Blaine Perkins, Frieza, Kligerman. Chandler Smith lands on top of trucks. The huge mega flip fest has begun here at Talladega. Colby Howard dumps Chandler Smith right into Ty Majeski, Eckes, and the whole pack gets collected. And nowhere for Friesen, Fogelman, and Wayne Self to go. And the 18 goes tumbling through the air. My goodness. Yes, you have to look at how high the 18 of Chandler Smith was in the air when he landed on top of the 75. Of course, all those trucks right there are completely out of the race, except Christian Eckes somehow staying in the race. Just trying to see. The Chandler Smith is blocked. Colby Howard turns kind of a racing incident, and then nowhere for Majeski, Eckes go. These guys, and boom, these trucks all get cleaned up hard into the outside wall. A bunch of trucks get lucky going by in the bottom. And this second pack, Friesen plows right into Blaine Perkins. He gets launched up and over. Austin Wayne Self, Tate Fogelman also plowing as you see Perkins slipping, Chandler Smith flipping. Then you see Kligerman gets launched upside down. And oh my lord, you see Friesen still up and over. And the rest of the pack goes by just fine, but that was the huge one at Talladega here in the Camping World Truck Series. As we see, what happened here was Majeski just got clipped from his view and collects his teammate Christian Eckes. So all 3 ThorSport trucks have been involved in a crash today that are in the playoffs. Ben Rhodes, the only one to avoid incident. So the only playoff truck for ThorSport that seems to be surviving right now is that 99 truck. You see back there, Crafton still in the race, makes it past this as he sees his teammates destroyed and then trucks upside down. And Chandler Smith, of course, going to be out of the race. Big playoff implications for him. Same for Majeski. Now we begin back on lap number 14. Zane Smith leading the way, followed by Nemechek, Lawless Allen, DeBenedetto, and Corey Heim. Your top 5 here in Talladega. As we only have 17 trucks left in the race, a ton of them have been wiped out from our 2 massive pileups. Of course, plenty of playoff drivers knocked out of the race. Chandler Smith, Ty Majeski, the 18 and 66. I think there's only 2 though, so only 2. Of course, being Chandler Smith, Ty Majeski being knocked out of the race. So we still have John Hunter Nemechek, Zane Smith, Ben Rhodes, Christian Eckes, Grant Empfinger, and Matt Crafton in the race, which is of course 6 of our 8. So now John Hunter Nemechek takes the lead from Zane Smith and Matt Benedetto. Nemechek leads the way here on lap 15 at Talladega. Now we move on to lap 29. It is still the 99 of Ben Rhodes leading. Coming to the last lap of stage 1 here on lap 30. Zane Smith second, Benedetto third, Nemechek fourth, Deegan and Colby Howard duking it out for 5th. Who is it going to be? And oh, DeBenedetto, Nemechek, and Deegan are going to come down pit road with Colby Howard and Zane Smith. Ben Rhodes, the only truck to stay out on the racetrack, going for the stage win and the playoff point. Everyone else comes down pit road, a very risky strategy. And then as we look at the second pack now, Empfinger, Lawless Allen, Heim, Chad Chastain, Jack Wood, they all throw down pit road except the 56 machine of Timmy Hill. He's going to stay out. As now we move back up to the 99 of Ben Rhodes, who's got a comfortable gap. Now a big lead over the 56 machine of Timmy Hill as we prepare the caution command to signal the end of stage 2. As 99 Ben Rhodes, of course, way ahead of Timmy Hill. He's more than a whole straightaway ahead. Should cruise the stage win unless he decides to pit like everyone else, which I, of course, would not recommend. So we get ready, and as he's coming down to pit road, so we punch the yellow command, and Ben Rhodes is coming down pit road. And now the question is, will Timmy Hill stay out, or will we have a race back to the start-finish line for the stage 2 win off of pit road? This is absurd. And as we look at the back, there is the 56 of Timmy Hill. That boy, he's that guy. Timmy Hill is that dude. Here comes Timmy Hill down the front stretch. Timmy Hill will win stage 1 in Talladega with the upset. And now we begin stage 2 on lap 35. Rhodes alongside Eckes, then Heim, Zane Smith, and Benedetto already 3 wide for second, as Eckes is, of course, a lap car. He is a couple of laps down from that damage from that initial, the second wreck of the day so far. So now Zane Smith powers through the middle into the lead as Benedetto pushes Rhodes on the high side. Oh, they're crashing in the back. Matt Crafton involved with Ryan Preece. More playoff implications. Oh, and of course that might be the end of Matt Crafton's day, which should be our 3rd playoff driver exiting the race due to crash, as he just dumps Ryan Preece, and Preece clips Crafton and goes into the outside wall, and that could be put Crafton in a must-win heading into Homestead in a couple of weeks. So Matt Crafton and Ryan Preece going to be out of the race after this one. So 3 playoff drivers out. Now they're racing back to the line for the yellow between Rhodes and Zane Smith for who's going to be the leader on the restart. And after this, you see Eckes still holding up trucks like Nemechek, Deegan, and then Enfinger and Lawless Allen. But as we go back to the front, Rhodes and Zane Smith still having one hell of a battle right now. And back to the line, they're going to give it to Zane Smith. That just Rhodes and Benedetto Heim, the top 5. But Corey Heim apparently has been trapped a lap down right now as we move on to lap 56. Zane Smith, ALD, the whole pack here, 3-4 wide, extremely tight quarters. Somehow they haven't wrecked yet as Matt Benedetto leading this race right now. The lap truck of Preece is, creating some chaos here as we see out the field, and oh, they're crashing. There goes Grant Enfinger, Colby Howard around Zane Smith, and Chad Chastain into the outside wall, and we're under caution once again as Danny Bone barely makes it by there on the inside. So our first caution of this final stage as Grant Enfinger gets hooked right in front of Colby Howard, and nowhere for the 38 Zane Smith to go. So damage to the playoff truck of Zane Smith, but it doesn't look like he's too much. Looks like he's actually pretty okay. I mean, all the guys on the record are going to stay in the race because they didn't really get that much damage. I believe what happened was that anyone Colby Howard he hooked Grant Enfinger down the track and just cut off Zane Smith and Chad Chastain. Nowhere to go. They go crashing. Of course, Chad Chastain already lapped down. Zane Smith plays around the lap. Big hit for the 44 machine. But then the 38 slides up the track into the 91. Sustains a little damage, but should be okay to continue on. And so that is the incident here with Zane Smith going around. And Enfinger, so 2 playoff drivers involved in that incident. And it's Matt Benedetto leading. Now we restart on lap 61. We're already going 4-5 wide here. Oh my goodness, this is with 43 to go. Corey Heim is still a lap down, but the battle for the lead is here mid-pack between Grant Enfinger and Matt Benedetto as they have a bunch of lap trucks blocking their path in front of them. Then we have a couple more lead lap trucks trying to chase him down, and Jack Wood, Dean Thompson, Timmy Hill, and Zane Smith, as of course Heim, Deegan, Nemechek, Eckes at the back end of the lead lap with Dean Thompson. So here we go. Enfinger now. Benedetto goes to the inside. Enfinger and Matty D will now take the lead of Talladega from Grant Enfinger as the lap trucks trying to stay on the lead lap and hope they get a good timed yellow so they can stay in front of the leaders and get back on the lead lap and back in the mix for the race win. So Benedetto now trying to lap John Nemechek, but Deegan and Heim, they're blocking all the lines right now. And Enfinger goes to a 4 wide. Grant Enfinger into Benedetto. They somehow make it work and lap both KBM trucks of Nemechek and Heim. Now they have to negotiate the one of Haley Deegan. Can they do it? They are battling hard for position right now. Deegan in the lead. Or not in the lead, sorry. Matt Benedetto in the lead. Deegan, the last car in the lead lap, but about to go the first car lap down if one of the Chevys of Benedetto Enfinger can get past her, but no, she's got help from the other lap trucks of Nemechek and Heim, who also only back in the mix, especially Nemechek for his championship 4 hopes. But he's doing a good run, surviving, getting some good points. Exactly what he needs to do right now with the gap that he came into this race with. But Corey Heim just wants to be in there to get his second win of the 2022 truck season here at NR2003. So now we move on to lap number 64. Still battling. 3 wide. The lap truck's blocking all the lines right now. De Benedetto ditches Deegan. And now she will go 1 lap down. But now it's Heim and Nemechek, the 2 KBM Toyotas, blocking the lines, trying to stay on the lead lap here at Talladega. It is very, very tough battling. And so, Zane Smith now on the bottom after just being involved in our last caution, being spun around, is now going to take the lead back from the 25 Matt De Benedetto. But no, the 990 Ben Rhodes wants to get back on the lead lap, as Rhodes is actually 2 laps down. Had some sort of issue. We didn't quite cover that, but yeah, he had some kind of issue, so he's 2 laps down. So we had a couple playoff drivers laps down here as we get ready to throw the other. This is the last lap of stage 2 here. Can Heim get back in the mix? He's got Zane Smith, who's just put Nemechek back a lap down. Heim trying to stay on the lead lap to stay in contention in the final stage, but Zane Smith with a big shove from Ben Rhodes, who's going for the stage win, the playoff point, and the 10 stage points that go along with it. That would be crucial to his hopes of advancing to the championship 4. Heim does a good job blocking. It looks like no one else is going to get around Zane Smith. It's either going to be Heim getting on the lead lap, or Zane Smith's going to get him here to the line. As they race back the line, Corey Heim, a wonderful job blocking. Zane Smith just stays in his draft, leaves him be. Corey Heim will be back on the lead lap as Zane Smith wins stage 2 at Talladega. Second is Matt De Benedetto. Third, Jack Wood. Fourth, Lawless Allen. Fourth, actually, Dean, Lawless Allen. Fifth, Grant Enfinger. 6th, Timmy Hill. 7th, Heim. 8th, Nemechek. 9th, Deegan. And Eckes gets 10th. Now we begin the final stage here on lap 85. Matt De Benedetto, your leader. You got a couple of lap trucks back there with Nemechek, Deegan, and Rhodes, but back on the lead lap you have Corey Heim, Zane Smith, Lawless Allen, Grant Enfinger, and Jack Wood. So you have 6 trucks on the lead lap here with 20 to go. De Benedetto looking for his first career Truck Series victory here in his first ever full-time season. And for the Rackley War team, that 25 truck, they were just short of making the playoffs this season. They had a strong end to the regular season, but it's not quite enough to get into the playoffs. Then behind him, a couple of trucks back, of course, 51 of Corey Heim, looking for his second win, part-time driver this season. And Lawless Allen also looking for his first career win. Enfinger looking to go back-to-back wins. Zane Smith looking for a spot in the final 4. And there we go. And Jack Wood also looking for his first career win all the way back there in the second pack in the 24. So lap 86, 19 to go. De Benedetto still leading, but a big run from Corey Heim, who gets a huge shot from Grant Enfinger now. And now the battle is on for the lead. Corey Heim's going to cross up De Benedetto, go to the bottom line. What a move from Corey Heim. He takes a shot from Enfinger and goes to side-by-side for the lead, but now he has no help, and he falls back in behind De Benedetto on the outside lane. Now Enfinger getting a big shove from Zane Smith here as Matt De Benedetto still controlling the race, controlling the lines right now at Talladega, trying to bring home that first career Truck Series win. As we know, all the times he's come so close in the Cup Series to winning at Talladega in his tenure with the Wood Brothers and with Levine Family Racing. So now here he is in the Truck Series, trying to win for Rackley War with 18 to go at Talladega. He leads, but Corey Heim crosses him up to the bottom line. Corey Heim now to the bottom. Corey Heim wants to go lead. He's got the momentum, and he's got Zane Smith there behind him to give him a big shove. Corey Heim to the lead at Talladega, looking for his second career win. Side drafting the 25 at De Benedetto, side by side down the backstretch, a little bit of conning, and they're crashing. Corey Heim around. Zane Smith crashing to the bottom, damage to Jack Wood, and your leader Corey Heim collects Zane Smith, a playoff driver in the most dramatic fashion, as Matt De Benedetto dumps Corey Heim for the lead. And Zane Smith gets cleaned out as Grant Enfinger and Lawless Allen scoop by unscathed to be 1-2. Jack Wood makes it through, but all the implications, and right here, this hit from Heim and Zane Smith will knock them both out of the race. Zane Smith and Corey Heim going to be out from that huge hit right there. See nowhere for Zane Smith to go. Heim just got turned by De Benedetto into the outside wall, and then Zane spun right back up into Corey Heim's path. And they are both done for the day in Talladega. As second wreck for Zane Smith, and oh, you hate it for Corey Heim. He had just got the lead, and boom, De Benedetto turns him and into Zane Smith, and they go crashing. Jack Wood and Ben Rhodes with near misses, surviving. Could have been day-ending incidents. So the 38 and the 51 out after battling for the lead, and now Grant Enfinger is going to cruise back to the line to be your leader here as we hit the yellow flag to be the leader on the restart. Enfinger first, Lawless Allen comfortably second, then Matt DiBenedetto in third. 17 to go, the caution. Enfinger leads. Now we're back underway with 13 laps to go. Only Enfinger, Lawless Allen, Jack Wood, and Matt DiBenedetto. 4 trucks on the lead lap. Deegan, Nemechek, the first 2 trucks a lap down. They're going to try to get by Enfinger to get themselves back on the lead lap here at Talladega. They're battling hard for position. Actually, I forgot to mention that Zane Smith back there is actually still in the race. 3 Machine is still in the race, but it's Corey Heim that actually got knocked out from that incident. But Zane Smith, he's still in the race, but now is just severely off the pace and a shell of what he was for most of this race, being a contender for the win and with insane speed. But no, now he's no longer that. It's now left 45 of Lawless Allen going to the race lead by Enfinger. Jack Wood going into second to Benedetto. Now trying to take that second position as Deegan tries to get back in the lead lap. DiBenedetto goes 3 wide. Matty D, who caused that last wreck, taking out Corey Heim. Collecting Zane Smith is now going to go 3 wide to get back into the race lead, going around Lawless Allen in the 45. What a move by Matt DiBenedetto. The question is, will Ben Rhodes stay with him to give him that shove down the backstretch? Ben Rhodes a little indecisive, both behind him and the 45 truck as they head into 3 and 4. They're 3 wide, and DiBenedetto will clear, and Matty D back out front in Talladega. He seems to have one of the best trucks today in Talladega, and it could possibly pay off with a race victory. As Ben Rhodes, of course, still, a lap down or 2 laps down here. Then you got Enfinger, Lawless Allen, Jack Wood are the rivals. Dibby is battling right now. But it's the 25 truck, Matt DiBenedetto, leading the race at Talladega. And now we cut to 7 to go in this race. And we're under caution, and Haley Deegan will be back on the lead lap. So actually what happened there was, not going to lie, threw a Mickey Yellow to kind of make it interesting, give us a 5 truck battle for the win. So that's on me. Hey, at least we'll have a good finish here. So here we go. 3 to go in the race. Lawless Allen leading, but Matt DiBenedetto and Jack Wood go the inside lane to fight for. Enfinger also right there in the battle. Haley Deegan trying to catch up. She's the leader of that second pack back there. And that blue and white number 1 Ford F-150. Of course, the lap car Nemechek is in front of everyone, but he's a lap down. So it's a battle between DiBenedetto, Lawless Allen, and Grant Enfinger's going to take him. They're 3 wide for second. Perfect situation for Matty D. Now comes in. Now Nemechek pits with Jack Wood, Dean Thompson, and Eckes. And they're coming down pit road, coming to 2 to go. Will Matty D, Enfinger, and Lawless Allen have enough with Haley Deegan to make it the distance? We will see. DiBenedetto leads, 2 to go at Talladega. So DiBenedetto leads. Enfinger second, right there behind him in line. Lawless Allen in third. Haley Deegan running in fourth. And the next truck, of course, will be lap truck of Rhodes and lap truck of Eckes. Well, it's these 4. They're 3 wide for the lead. Enfinger, DiBenedetto, and Lawless Allen. Who is going to get it? Enfinger looking for his 2nd win in a row and his 4th win on the season. DiBenedetto, Lawless Allen, and Deegan all looking for their first career wins in NASCAR as a whole. So here they are battling. Enfinger's going to come down pit road. Enfinger into the pits, and he's not going to go back to back. So they come to the white flag. It's between DiBenedetto, Lawless Allen, and Haley Deegan. White flag, final lap presented by Credit One Bank at Talladega for Matt DiBenedetto in the 25. For Rackley War Racing, Lawless Allen takes second from Haley Deegan thanks to a big shove from the 99 of Ben Rhodes, who's trying to give him everything he's got to give him a shot here. But Matty D, and just think of what he's done in this race. He has led 20-something laps, which is almost most of anyone. He has been up front with us all day, but he did cause that late wreck, taking out Corey Heim, who had just passed him for the lead, and damaging Zane Smith, who is also very fast. As now he comes through turn 3 and turn 4 for the final time. Runner-up in 2020 in the Cup Series, then disqualified at Talladega. 2019, 2020, 2021, all at Talladega. Matt DiBenedetto so close to winning. And his first full-time year in the Truck Series, down the front stretch, Matt DiBenedetto is going to win at Talladega. Lawless Allen second, Haley Deegan in third, her career best finish, and Lawless Allen's also a career best. Matty D led 24 laps here in Talladega and earns his first career win in the Camping World Truck Series. Props to the 25 team for Rackley War Racing, and props to Matt DiBenedetto for an incredible drive and very good pit strategy at the end of the race. So, Maggie wins, and now soon we will see the playoff grid. Who will be in a good spot heading to the cutoff for the round of 8 at Homestead, and who will be possibly in must-wins to try to advance to the Championship 4. All we know is that 23 of Enfinger is safe with his win at Bristol a couple of weeks ago. And now Matt DiBenedetto pulls off the upset, heads to victory lane. You got playoff drivers Enfinger finishing in 4th, Rhodes 6th, Nemechek 7th, Eckes 9th, Zane Smith 10th. Everyone else is out of the race. So now we will see the points standings, the playoff grid, and John Nemechek, Ben Rhodes looking really good, plus 35 and plus 32, just no mistakes, and they should advance easily. Zane Smith plus 17 above Chandler Smith at the cut line. So Chandler Smith can still make it up, but he needs a little bit of help. Same for Majeski, who's 21 points out, but pretty much must-win situations for Christian Eckes and Matt Crafton heading into Homestead. So until the next time, I hope you all have a good one.